I'm at 19,000 for revenue. So I don't see if it's a great feeling. I'm really shocked that this could actually happen, right? I did trust the journey, but there's a lot of doubt along the way. And I was like, okay, well, let's just keep pushing forward. And it worked out.
Alright guys, welcome back. In today's video, I would love to show you guys one of our students' success story at Shifu University, with the hope to inspire you to follow your dream to start that business. And remember, the difference between a successful person and a unsuccessful person is the length of how long it's going to take them to start following their dreams. If you're following me, I know you're an achiever, you're going to be a winner. It just really matter of believing in yourself. If you're new here, my name is Justin. I've been selling on Amazon for over 5 years. I have done quite well for myself, and my main goal is to help you guys start and build and ultimately sell your brand for 100,000. But remember, it's all start with you putting in the work and the effort. Our mission at Shifu University is to help you guys start on the right path, because I have talked to so many people who have bought a course and failed because the guru out there, even myself, I failed one of my very first business because I bought into one of those guru courses. My mission here is not making you guys go through the same path. That's why I make video to show you guys what is possible. We have to start from the right path. And I do have a tutorial that will walk you through the step-by-step of how to sell on Amazon. So make sure that you check the link in the video so that you can get access to a free tutorial and access to my library for free. All right, I'm gonna break it down the video structure so that you can prepare to learn. Okay, make sure you get your note, your pen and paper, and a coffee ready, just like mine. Here. Before we go into the video, I do want to give you some context of our student, Tim. So before Tim joining our program, he's still working for a corporate 9-to-5 job. He loved that job, but somewhat it doesn't give him the time to spend it with his family. He is a father of 2. He recently have a 2-year-old kids. He also a full-time husband, and he worked more than 10 hours a day. He knew that as he approaching 40, he know that if he not willing to make a change, sooner or later his parent will get old, and his children also started to leave him for school. Eventually he's gonna miss out on a lot of precious time. He's working night shift right now, so when the daytime, when the kid go to school, he's sleeping. That urged him to start following his dreams, to build that passive income stream to where it give him that leverage, that opportunity to make work become optional. Remember, starting an online business will allow you to unlock so many doors. You can work from home, you can spend quality time with your kids, and leveraging systems from Amazon to AI to do all the legwork for you. One of the interesting things that I do want to share is that 10 years ago, either one or both parents have to be out to take care of the family. But now remote work and online business has become that game changer that allow parents to be at home with their children. Because right now I'm actually flying to Japan with my mom while my store is still making money. This couldn't be possible if I never started that path. I hope this can inspire you to start following your dream. So this video, I'm going to be asking Tim what made him decided to start Amazon business, what it takes him on a daily basis inside of our Shifu University to learn, to execute, and to believe in himself. This major part of this journey is all about mindset and gratitude, because there's so many knowledge out there, but not many can make it happen. In today's call, I want to congratulate on the behalf of our teams. The journey still be long, but it's good to celebrate small win at a time and keep telling yourself that it's possible. I want to be here and cheering you that it's possible. And also the last part, gonna be just asking you some questions, make sure that we are on the right track.
Thank you for congratulating me. I definitely understand there's a lot more to go, so gotta stay humble, right?
So give me an update so far based on your Amazon journey. Have you sold out?
Yeah.
Or are you still in stock? What are your
Yeah.
revenue after you sold out?
So currently I have 4 units left. I consider it sold out because these are kind of an FC transfer. I'm gonna just keep it at that so that while I'm waiting for my restock, I can just open my listing again and then get rid of hijackers if needed. But I don't want to sell out those last couple units just in case. But yeah, so like total revenue, so I'm at 19,000. So it's just right there. That's the last 30 days. When I sold out, there was a couple units that sold for my FBM price. That was pretty nice that people would still pay that premium price, you know? They're really shocked that this could actually happen, right? I did trust the journey. There's a lot of doubt along the way, and I was like, okay, well, just keep pushing forward. And it worked out, and yeah. So I'm currently restocking now. Many products should be done by Monday for inspection, and hopefully I get the ball rolling again. Just keep going, you know?
Awesome. Beautiful. You just share with me the graph. Look like the graph is going healthily, but do expect that it could go up and down from time to time, because on your first batch of product, people want to try your product out, but then you do want to set some expectation that there would be a potential return. Okay, just like Apple, the first Apple iPhones would always encounter the highest return, but that will allow you to have a feedback loops of what's going on, what went right, what could went wrong, how can I fix it. That is the founder journey. So I do want to set that expectation for you. Overall, your graph looked good, it looked healthy. It's almost like triple on the second month, you know?
Yeah.
Great job, man. So how was your family member? Did you share it with anyone yet?
Yeah, I shared it with my sister and my brother-in-law. They were totally surprised, totally happy for me. I shared a little bit of the earlier journey with my parents, but I haven't quite showed them these numbers yet. So I'm waiting until the next time I see them to share with them, and I'm sure they'll be pretty excited.
I think they will be very happy to see you on your journey as well, because I saw so many images and pictures in your background. And I know that you're a family guy. You're on this journey, this success, not for yourself, but for your loved ones, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, for my kids and my parents, my fiance's parents. It's all for so. Those are my whys, and I just remind myself that just to keep going for them.
You're doing good, you know. Management your time, because it's not easy, man. You're a dad, and then a husband, and then also a son. How do you balance all that?
I make it work. You know, I mean, some strategy that I utilized was time blocking that you kind of taught us.
Yep.
Completely just mapped out my day down to the hour, and it made me realize how much time I really do have how much I do have in the day that I'm able to just, you know, be efficient and get things done. So yeah, just make it happen.
Yeah, beautiful. That's why the power of knowledge. Because prior to joining the program, you don't know what time blocking is, right? Have you heard of it before?
No.
So on the program so far, what are the new habits that you feel like super helpful on your journey?
So time blocking, that was the first one. The second was blocking distractions. The moment I cut off social media, I was like, wow, I have a lot of time on my hands, like that I can do other things. I started to do the flow state, just kind of getting up, doing what I needed to do right away. And I realized, wow, that you're very efficient right when you get up. Yeah, there's so many different strategies I was doing. And just recently, you know, just the who, not how, I finally got into that book, and I started to kind of break down everybody in the community of like who to reach out to, you know. And I just kept going after, I guess, the smart kid, the person that was doing the right things. And like Susan, for example, when she joined as the CSM, that was a huge breakthrough moment for me. Like I felt like she really pushed everything for me. And that was a great moment, just learning from her. So you want to shout her out.
I'm glad that works out for you, because success is not something hard. It's just you stacking a bunch of habits together. Habit of millionaires, habit of successful people. That's how you level up, because if you were the same person as you were a year ago, you would still be in the same place, right? That's what change is required. And it's start with yourself. I want to share with you this one, and I want this to stick with you, okay? What is the factor to determine a person's future?
Kind of like their morals, like what their goals are?
It starts with the daily action, because they cannot have a better future if they don't have better habit, right? How do you determine a better habit? Start with your thoughts, because your thoughts, you write that down, it's become things. So what influence your thoughts?
It's the things that we look at every day, the things that we take in and learn, things that we listen to, the people around us.
Yeah, your environment, the thing that you allow it to be in your life. Like social media don't just happen to be in your phone. The only things that you cannot determine in the beginning is just your family. But anything else in life, you have that powerful things, we call it choice.
Yeah, 100% agree.
All right, man. And any question for me?
Not at this time, I mean, other than how's the family? It's all good.
Everything is great, man. God bless for everything I have in life. And if I never start my Amazon journey, because when I'm living, like for you, there's going to be a time in the future where everything you ask for, everything you pray for, you live in that moment. Like, damn, isn't it what I've been praying for? That's exactly what I'm doing right now. I got that house, I got that car, I got the nice things, not to brag, but none of that fulfilling me more than my family. Taking care of my
That's
mom.
awesome to hear.
Right now, let's say I don't want to work, I don't have to. Still earning. That's when you start to feel like, oh man, I'm in charge of my life now. I know for sure with the mindset you have now, after we installed it, you're going to go there. But remember, success due every day. There's going to be a time where you feel like you're down bad. But that's when you need to recharge. Do you pray?
I'm not very religious, so I don't pray, but okay. I should start.
So now you should start. It's a part of business. It's considered as a part of the business. Because business is just like you go to war. There's going to be so many times where different thoughts that come into you. So how do you curate those thoughts? Through your spirit. Prayer is gonna be your anchor. That's why all the king, the general, they all have a group of people that pray for them privately. So start praying. That's a part of business. Whenever you do any type of partnership, use faith as a way to know a person's value. Like for me, I don't work with someone who are not sharing the same faith as I am or the same code in life, because if they're on a different ship, sooner or later they're going to prioritize their ship, not your ship. But if you guys share the same faith at the same foundation, they would have to respect the foundation, the mom, the dad, the Buddha, the God. Like for me, Jesus, Start praying. Even a little bit in every day, 1 minute a day.
I will. Action item right there.
Yeah. Need it, man. Those, all of them. All right. I do want to ask a couple questions just for the viewer as well. Is it okay if I ask you some questions so that I can kind of share this with the people, inspire them that hey, it's possible about Amazon? On your first batch of products, like for me, I started with 5G. So for you, how much was yours?
It was 6,000.
6,000. And where do that 6,000 go into?
That covered the whole cost of the manufacturing and the shipping and inspection, just all those fees for cost of goods. Yeah.
Awesome. What made you decide to start Amazon?
I was really just in this loop through my day of the 9 to 5. I questioned, am I going to do this for the rest of my life? Am I going to work for somebody else? Then I stumbled upon your videos. You and Charlie were like on you guys' yacht, talking about how you guys started with a small boat and then got a bigger boat, and then just grew your business along the way. And that was the first one I saw. Then I started going through all your other videos, and I saw, because we're both Asian, I saw myself in you, so I was like, oh, that could be me. It was just like the perfect time, just seeing the potential in the business and the potential in your program. It made me realize like I can push out of my comfort zone and try something different, try something where I am in control of my life. So yeah, that's kind of how I took the leap of faith there, and it's been paying off,
That's awesome. You never know that it could be done until you saw someone got it done, Then you got inspired. How do you feel about the program after you joined? Do you feel like it's worth the money?
Definitely. Big part of business that I didn't realize is that it's more than yourself. It's not you trying to create this business. It's you learning with everybody. And that's what your program provided, was just the community to kind of bounce off of each other and learn together as a group, And so that was a huge part of it. On top of the lessons that you guys had, it was great. And it helped. Of course, that's how we learned, right? But it's just the additional help through accountability partners and just connections that really motivates you as a whole to push forward.
How do you feel about finding your first product? Was it discouraging on the first month?
Oh yeah, product research, I mean, as important as it is, that was probably my least favorite portion of the process. You're just grinding, looking through the data and just trying to find your product. And I was very discouraged a couple times because it took me a lot longer than most people did. You shared a story about the turtle and the hare in one of your classes, and that really stuck to me. I was like, I don't need to be the fast guy. I can just take my time, find my product and make it worthwhile, find a good product. And, it worked out. So that story really stuck with me, even though it's a story from our childhood, but that one really stuck when you told me.
It was worth it with the mindset and the books that we make you read before you start product research. Are you like a book reader before?
No, I'm terrible with books, to be honest. Even the books that you provided us or mentioned, I would do audiobook because I knew that was the best method for me to intake the information. I would just listen to it multiple times just to get it in. But, at first, the whole mindset thing, the books, I want to get right into it. And after a while, I realized how important having the mindset is to continue on the journey, because when you do have setbacks, you need to have that mindset to keep you going. And so looking back on things, like I realized how important the mindset, the readings, all of that were.
That's exactly what we wanted you to do, to follow the process. Because like for me, I failed on my first products before I learned from Mentor Charlie. And it's come down to the mindset. When uptime, everything is great, no one complains. But when downtime, when no one is around you, then who's gonna pick yourself up? Nobody but you. So you gotta train your mind to be strong. And that's why the mindset has come in place. Good job, man. Good job on getting that things. How long did it take you to find your first manufacturer?
Yeah, it took me about a month to finally secure the supplier. I reached out to multiple, and there was a lot of challenges with language barrier and whatnot, but I just focused on just trying to build the relationship with them. And that was something that you guys taught, because I never really would have thought, oh, we need to build a relationship, and even on a personal level relationship, in order to build this trust, And to me, when it comes to talking to suppliers or negotiating with people, negotiation is transactional. I got the money, you got the product, that's kind of it. But yeah, I definitely realized that it went a lot smoother as I kind of broke down that barrier and became more personal and built an actual friendship with the suppliers. That was when everything excelled and pushed forward.
You're dealing with Asian, Chinese manufacturers, and it's in our bloodline and in our business that relationship speak more volumes than the dollar, And for you, you grew up in America or?
Yeah, I was born here.
Born here, yeah. That's something that I saw missing in Asian American. Sometimes they got to stick to the rule and affix to it has to be black or white. But in the Asian culture, relationship, if you knew someone, you can get a hot pass. And that's why I want you to do and build that. Because in the entrepreneurship game, relationship is the currency. How many times that you do good deed to the other person, build that friendship. Because people love to work with people they like. Same with the customer. People love to buy from people they like. And same with, if you're really a good, nice guy, friend with people are not likely to screw you over. Most people in America, they got screwed over because they're not likable. They're not flexible. Like water, just like Bruce Lee said, be like water. When you put in your pot, you become a pot. When you put in you want to continue?
Is it when you put in a cup, you become a cup?
You become a cup. Be like water. And that's what relationship is built like in Asia. Relationship would allow you to be ahead of other people. Asian culture, we have gifting is a way to build relationship. And when you're gifting to your manufacturers, it does help you get ahead of others, clientele that they have, And asking about their son, their family, buying gift for the children, does help you build that long-term relationship. And I want you to apply this in everything in your life. Anyone that you know that you're going to be seeing this person face over and over, buying them that meals, buying them that gift, holiday season, okay? And that's what help you to get further more than people.
Before I officially locked in my supplier, it was Lunar New Year's, and I decided, hey, I'll just send them a little Starbucks teapot, it was red, like Chinese New Year color. And then that was kind of sealed the deal on that supplier. They appreciated the gift. They were very motivated to help me a lot. They sent me a letter too, and as appreciation. And that was when we really locked in everything and moved on forward with that. The gift giving is a huge portion that you taught, and it's definitely very true.
It does give you that leveraging power to, even in the future, when you negotiate big deals later on, sending them a gift as well.
Yeah.
sending them a gift, not for themselves, but also for the family.
Hmm.
And then as you order more, you can negotiate furthermore down. Let's say you order larger quantity. Yes, reminder for you, you can order and then renegotiate for larger quantity. And then also make sure prior to that, find a reason to send them a gift. You want to send with a genuine heart as well, okay? Don't just send it because it's a mutual benefit, but also sending it because you care. That would help you reduce the cost, but at the same time increase the profit margin.
Right.
Apply this to any people that work with you, okay? How long did it take you to get the product to Amazon? And was it hard to navigate through the Amazon warehouses?
So the shipment, it took about 20 to 25 days. It was pretty simple. I mean, I just followed through the steps that they provided and, talked to my freight forwarder. They were very knowledgeable. It was actually Derry, your connect. He was very professional, helped a lot, and the whole process was very smooth. Just the waiting process of not knowing how long it would actually take was stressful, but Derry was spot on with it would hit the port, when it would hit U.S. ports, when it hit Amazon, he was spot on with the date. So he made it very stress-free, even though I was still stressing. But yeah, and then when it came to launching, I was very nervous because it was like all this time, built up, all this time invested, didn't really know what to expect. I had high hopes, but I was trying to be realistic with expectations.
So for launching, were you nervous?
On the first day, I launched midway through the day. No sales, absolutely nothing. And I kind of got a little depressed. I was just like, man, I did all that for this. And then the next day, when I got the full day of PPC, the sales came in. It was just a weird feeling, totally different feeling of like having sales and, and I guess internet money. It was crazy. From there on, I just kept going.
How was your first time seeing the sales coming in?
Man, I got so excited. It was a different feeling, it was great. I was on my phone the whole time, just refresh. I finally stopped doing that. I finally got used to it. That first day, I couldn't get off the phone.
That's awesome, man. Do you feel like you're getting closer to your goal and dreams?
It's closer, but I still feel that it's very far off. I see that there's a lot more to go. Mm-hmm. I am very happy with the current milestones that I've hit. I'm at a point that I can continue to move forward and I can see the potential. I just got to keep with my daily steps and just keep with my daily habits to keep getting closer and closer to that point. Mm-hmm. And it's 1% a day, like you say, that's all it is.
I want you to start tracking each task that you do and asking yourself, does this help generate more sales? Because one thing that you will encounter is shiny object and not prioritizing the things that would move your business to the next level. So it's all come down to one word, is sales. Everything you do have to be focused on marketing. Gathering reviews of a form of marketing. Running PPC, social media, influencers, and other marketing channels. So your main focus is how can you develop more of those channels. Influencer marketing is finding out that who would help you to grow your brand, because on Amazon there's not a lot of brand loyalty at first. That's why you need to piggyback on those people who already build a name for themselves on social media so that you can start growing your brand in that industry. Double down what you're already doing, which is acquiring more reviews. Every action that you do, have to asking yourself, does it help me get more sales? If not, outsource it if needed. The second thing I want to share is that setting the right expectation in the upcoming journey for you. There's going to be the 1-star review coming in soon. Have you found that 1-star review?
I haven't gotten it yet, and I'm mentally preparing for it.
Yeah, so mentally prepare for it, because right now I want you to prepare for what's coming. And I want to give it as an example, just like in boxing. Right now you make it to the beginner league, but you're going to be competing, right? So you cannot expect not to got beaten down by the competitor. It could be a customer that not happy. So be prepared to get beat down. Be prepared for your first 1-star reviews. But what you need to do is, how can you acquire more reviews? Constantly asking yourself, how can I improve my products? Because you perhaps could encounter some returns. Let's say, for example, your supplier may mess up some of the orders. So what you need to do is making sure that you proactively collecting customer feedback and improving. And remember, you would encounter returns, and it's okay. You can easily liquidate it. I don't recommend to resell it if it's open box. Take it back, study it, and then work out a deal with the manufacturers to where you can asking for some credit for the next product in case if this product is already a defect unit. If it's small enough, you can ship it back to your manufacturer, get some additional credit. Willingly to learn, get feedback, improving. The first Apple will always have the highest return rate. There's going to be a moment in your time where you feel like, oh man, I got so much return, I want to give up. Figure it out how before you start giving up. This journey, you will get beat down a lot, but that's what makes this journey worthy. A year, 2 years from now, you can sell your brand at 20x, 30x, 40x multiple. All the hardship will worth it, because if you were to retail arbitrage, buy and reselling stuff, you have no brand values, have no brand equity. What you're doing right now, just like you're building a house. The first step, always the hardest, laying the foundation of that house. Building that house up doesn't mean you're gonna get cash flow. Right now, your house is not fully complete, okay? The review is one of the solid foundation. And when, let's say, the pipe break, the foundation has some problems, or the contractor messed up the foundation, you don't give up. You're finding a new foundation, just like manufacturers. Ultimately, building your brand to sell it, okay? A year, 2 years from now, you can have that. A lot of people that I know, if they make it to the second years, they already bagging a couple 100,000. Only if you put in the work.
Okay, yeah, I'm prepared to put in the work. So
yeah,
already have a couple returns and already handling that. I just got to increase quality control on it.
Yeah, so ultimately, do not give up. When things are hard, collaborate, delegate, so that you can have more trust in the journey. But do not give up on the journey. The past 6 months that you have, you already build your knowledge, your mindset, and your foundation of preparation. Now the next 6 months gonna be where you will make a name for yourself. Circle back to the boxing game is, now you step in the rings. Now you're gonna make a name for yourself in that beginner, and then you're gonna level up to the intermediate and then heavyweight champion. Okay, it's the exact same thing. Model it. Watching boxing, you would know exactly. And do not give up.
I won't. I'm not gonna give up.
There's gonna be time when you have that negative voice that coming in, and just learn to stop that thinking before it get too big, because your journey is gonna take, like right now, like on your first batch of product, that's when you start seeing the return on investment. Because right now it's already your product offer has been proven to fit the market, and right now you are gaining the market share by doing more than other competitor. The second batch of product, just like Susan, on her second month, or second batch or third batch, she turned a profit, and now she continuously turning profit. I think now fast forward, it's over 6 months now that she launched, and right now every single month she got that payout, and it's all worth it in the beginning.
Yeah, that's great. That's a lot of motivation for me. I want to get to that point,
and it will take times, but let me tell you, that is like your case. It is because you put in the work, because you show up every day, and all you need to do is stop thinking of what could go wrong rather than focus on what could go right, and put in the work on the daily, because your result will be equal to the effort that you put in. A lot of people, they want to get rich, but they don't want to show up and do the work. So do the work. You got this, man.
Yeah, I'm going to. I'm going to keep going.
Remember the first time when you joined? Did you watch the first day of joining the program?
Oh yeah, I actually watched that during my product research phase, when I was feeling, like, hey, I was like, when I was just feeling down, like I wasn't getting my product. I watched that again just to remember my whys. But I gotta watch it again now that I'm at this point too.
I have it right here, so you want me to play it?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Hello everyone, my name is Tim Tong and I'm 29 years old. A couple hobbies I enjoy are powerlifting, bouldering, and spending time with my family. The reason why I want to start this journey is to help give back to our parents. They are nearing retirement, and I would like to be able to provide for them, just as they have done for us for all of our years. My goals for the next 1 to 2 years is to be able to successfully operate a private label on Amazon, to be able to repeat the process to build multiple businesses. Once I'm successful, I will tell myself to give back to those in need. Give back to the ones that are less fortunate, that didn't have the opportunity that I have now. If I'm encountering difficulty, I would tell myself that success doesn't come from being comfortable, that I can be truly comfortable when I am successful. So just keep pushing through. Thank you, Justin, for allowing me to join the Shifu family. Thank you, Min, for the onboarding into the PLS mentorship program. I'm very excited to be on this journey. So, talk soon. Bye.
What do you feel? How do you feel watching your words that you?
It's like, it's like I can thank myself for, taking that step. It's like I'm watching like a child. But it's great. Very thankful that I made the decision back then to join.
Awesome. So I want you to make another video just for yourself, just a year later, just document your journey, exactly how I'm documenting my journey. In the future, let's say if you're starting to invite investor or raising capital to scale, furthermore, this is gonna be the video as a proof of grit that I'm capable. Because most founders out there, they only talk without doing. So you talk and then you do. That's what help you to, in the future, I can easily raise money because I prove for you as a founder, you need to have the ability to raise money. And so document yourself. Hey, my name is, this is my number, this is what I have done, and this is my plan. I would not give up. I would stick to it until I make it happen. That's why I make this video. Something like that for yourself. Document it. 1 year later, you look back, wow, I make the commitment to myself.
Yeah, I'll get on that. I'll have to do that. Start documenting more. I still have that check written out for $1 million that you told me to write. Waiting for that day.
As a founder, you will need to have the ability to raise capital, building trust. And right now, you are digital entrepreneur. So you have to have ways to document yourself so that in the future you can become digitally trustworthy online. Okay. All right, brother.
That's kind of like a resume.
Exactly. Like a resume. Exactly. My journey is the same. Like I share with you is these are things that I wish I could have done further in passing a day. And I want to see I see you guys just like my children. Hung is just like my children. Susan is just like my children. That's different between a mentor and just a random guru out there. I want the best for you.
All right. Thank you so much.
All right, brother. If no further question, I know you also need to get ready for bed because you was working 10 hours night shift.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the goal is we would have an opportunity to eventually have a new life, I would say, to where everything in surrounding you is just like an option that you can pick and choose.
Yeah. That'd be great. That's the goal.
And your parents, they're waiting for you to make it happen. Your children. How old is your daughter?
I have 2 daughters, 11 and 12.
Yeah, they're waiting for you to make it happen. And remember, the skill that you learn now, you can also pass it on to them. Because the world they live in going to be digital entirely. The next generation come, it's going to be different than your parents' ages. They do not shop online, but your children will. And you already harbored that skill, and then you can pass it on to them. Exact same books, exact same knowledge that we have, you pass it on with your experience so that they would have an option to not have to work for someone else rather than themselves. Have you thought about that?
For sure. I mean, I haven't. I haven't really thought about the idea of passing on the information. And that's, now that I am thinking about that is a big thing that I will be doing, is hopefully being able to, when I first started, I thought, I'm just going to pass on the money, but I can't just give them the fish. I got to teach them how to fish too, right? So yeah, that'll be a big thing that I'll be doing, is teaching them as well.
Exactly. You are the superhero. They see what you do, they mimic what you do. You never want to give them money. If you leave this world, do not give them money. Money will ruin their life. Give them knowledge, the tool, so that they can start building wealth for themselves. Don't believe anything on social media that passing on the fun. No, passing on the knowledge. And what you need to do is, instead of giving them money, give them money to charity, because that would be tenfold to your children. When they go into life and then they'll know people, and then those people know, oh wow, your father donate and help me get to X, Y, and Z. Now let me return that favor to you because your dad helped me. That's what you should do. That's what all the rich people do. That's why they all involved in charity. All right, brother?
No, I never thought about it.
That's why you hang out in the bigger ocean, the bigger playfield. Everything that I share with you was from my mentor, Charlie, and also from my mentor, Josh No, who run $10 million, $100 million company. They all think differently. Your next level will require different thinking. All right, brother? Get some sleep and charge the day tomorrow.
Thank you so much for your time, brother. I appreciate it.
Anytime. Alright, I hope you find this video helpful, and remember, this is a start of any journey, and this the first step. You need to start taking it, okay? I hope Tim's story has inspired you to start following your dream. And remember, the most regret that people have in life is not about the mistake that they make, but about the chances that they have not taken. So making sure that you really asking yourself 5, 10 years later on, do you think that's worth it to start today? But remember, the brick and mortar business is going to be about at least $200,000 to start. But with Amazon, you can start with about 5 to 10,000 at first. I do have a full tutorial that breaks down the cost for you as well. I hope you guys find this video helpful. And remember, you can do it. Everything is possible. If no one believes in you, let me be the first to tell you that you are possible, you're capable, and everything is possible when you start believing in yourself. Consider subscribe, comment down below if you have any questions, and make sure you follow me on Instagram at Justin the Huncho for my daily content about Amazon and entrepreneurship. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.